4:30. I'm gonna go to the gym. Because later I have plans. I'm gonna stop for an energy drink on the way to the gym, and then I'm gonna come back. And I'm planning to fast for the day because we're getting Mexican food later. Such a long time since I've gone to the gym that early. There were surprisingly more people there than I thought there would be. It's about 5:30 now. I need to go shower, get ready for work, and then and also figure out where Jake is, because there's evidence that he's awake somewhere, but I don't know where he is. I'm battling this sinus infection and it has not been fun. I fell asleep on the couch last night until about midnight, and then when I got up, I was blowing my nose for like 30 minutes before I could go back to sleep. And then after work I have a galentines event with my Bible study group. We're going to get Mexican food and watch Pride and Prejudice. And our friend Gracie in the group hasn't seen it yet, so it's gonna be pretty fun. Time to shower. We are so back. I haven't been getting ready and like putting makeup on for a couple of days now. This sinus infection has knocked me on my ass. Me and my friends went to karaoke this past weekend, so at first I thought my throat was sore because I was just hoarse, even though it was a couple of days late. But then the drainage started. Then I started blowing my nose, I don't really feel it as much in my head. It's just like my throat, the back of my throat hurts so bad. Felt good enough to go to the gym this morning, so now I think like I haven't really lost my energy. So hopefully the worst of it is over.
What are you doing Monday?
Vlog.
We'll do stealth mode here, okay? I'm not, prepared for the day.
So I was drinking these one a day like in college, and that was really, really bad. So I went down to like 2 or 3 times a week, but now I'm trying to cut down to 1 time a week. So I've been drinking coffee all week, but today I decided this was gonna be my energy drink day. The problem is that whenever I give myself the energy drink day before the weekend, I usually do have another one on the weekend, and I'm like, it doesn't count because it's on the weekend.
Fit check. Is it still going?
Yeah.
How's it still going?
Since I'm fasting all day and I didn't really have a big dinner last night, I'm gonna eat a banana. This is also the first day of this week that I am getting to work a little early. I'm leaving the house like 20 minutes before I usually leave the house. So I should get there a little early. Not me being employee of the month, like, oh my God. This week so far has had the most just atrocious vibes. You know what? I'm tired of letting things just happen to me. I'm making today a good day no matter what. I'm gonna look at my work calendar and be super prepared for everything that's gonna come my way. And I look pretty, and I'm gonna go I'm just gonna try and forcefully like will this day to be, because the last 3 days have been so whack. One thing I have accomplished is that I've been going to the gym. I went to the gym Monday and Tuesday, and I went this morning, and so I'm planning to go tomorrow. So if I go 4 days out of this week, that's the most times I've been to the gym in a week probably ever, or in a really long time. Among the just rancid energy that has been having this week, at least I've been going to the gym, at least I've been getting that done. Can they just make these like without any caffeine in them? Is that possible? I just want like a 10-calorie drink like this that tastes the same with no caffeine that I can drink often. Is that too much to ask? Woo! At work, 19 minutes early. I actually almost fell asleep on the way here, while I was driving, and so I decided I was gonna listen to some old Disney Channel tunes to stay awake. So I listened to Breaking Free from High School Musical, Don't Run Away from the Truth, Don't Run Away from the Truth. I listened to a couple Hannah Montana songs, Pumping Up the Party, just high energy. I needed some high energy tunes. I was kind of sleepy halfway here. I was like, oh, what if I just... So yeah, I'm about to go up and be super early to work and be super early in my office and beat everyone. Except for the people who get here really early, because some people really do get here like at like literally 6 a.m. What? She has a mic now. She has a mic now. I'll be heard from around the world now. I have a mic. Let's blow this popsicle stand. So work was good. I skipped lunch and fasted. Only had 2 little chocolate fun-sized candies from the candy bowl. Also still battling this sinus infection, and I've been blowing my nose all day. You might think, oh, Cameron's nose is perfectly blushed. Is she a makeup artist? Is she really talented at doing her makeup and should be a makeup influencer? You would be incorrect. It's actually because the only thing I can blow my nose with at my office is paper towels. And so I basically rubbed my nose raw. I think it's getting better though. I think it's getting better. My throat isn't sore anymore. It's now just like the snot. So that's a good sign. But yeah, today was weird. It was a weird day. But then I kind of got pulled into a meeting that went very weirdly. And then it's starting to get that way in the afternoons where like the sun is just kind of beaming down and it makes it really warm in the car. And that always makes me sleepy for some reason. I think it's just because it makes it kind of toasty in the car. It feels kind of chilly outside, but the sun is like making it warm in the car. So I hate like the summertime driving home because I'm always really sleepy. Vlogging is interesting because you can't really talk about some things without like getting in trouble. So like, you know, I have a job, I have like a reputation in my church and things like that. And so I can't talk about specifically what is going on with me sometimes because I have to like maintain professionalism. Like this has to just be about like personal stuff only that doesn't touch my job or doesn't touch, you know, some certain other things that will like invade people's privacy. And so sometimes it's hard to like have things to talk about, especially when other things are on my mind from work. Does that make sense? I wonder if other people go through this when they're creating content. It's like, because I talk in these vlogs just about my life, about everything, about life, love, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, whatever. I wish I could talk about certain situations that might happen to me at work or like family situations or situations I have between me and friends, but I either have to be like super vague or not talk about it at all. But it's just like, it's also the thing of where it's like, quit treating the internet like your diary. Like not everybody needs to know everything, which I've always fallen in that camp before. Like I don't think I've ever written like a diary entry Facebook post that gave way too much information. I'm very much a private person up to this point, and now I'm like sharing like my ride to work, which I'm usually alone. I'm usually by myself. Like this is one of the most intimate to myself times of the day, and now I'm like sharing it. So it's just odd because I feel naturally inclined to talk about the things that are on my mind when I'm alone like this, just talking to a camera. But I also have to consider where it's going. I also made a Halloween vlog this past Halloween, and I kind of wanted to post it. I made it pretty clean for the most part. Didn't make anybody look bad. We had a party, so it was a little rowdy, and I showed it to my husband, and he was like, I think that's a little too personal, like it's a little too close to home. And I was like, really? I really wanted to post it. But I thought about what he said and rewatched it and decided that yes, it was too personal, and I'd probably have to ask everybody if they were okay with being in the video, and if someone says no, edit around that. I don't want to like be responsible for anybody losing their job or anything, so like ultimately it's unlisted now. It's interesting how doing this as just a regular person, I have to think about things like that. If you're doing content creation like as a person who does it full time, and you're a podcaster or like a celebrity figure, you can be more messy and post whatever and be what, because that's your job, you know. But this ain't my job. I am so pumped to eat Mexican food tonight. Whenever I get home, I have to like speed rush, do some chores to make sure like the house looks okay before the girls get there. I also need to swing by my mom's house to say bye to them because they're going to Mardi Gras for the weekend in Lafayette. So, and trust me, I am jealous. I did marry someone who doesn't like parades, and you know what? It's okay. He will for me go to some, but I'm not gonna make him do a full weekend of Mardi Gras in Lafayette. And we're going to the St. Patrick's Day parade. I feel like I'm getting my fill of parades, especially with a husband who dislikes them. Do y'all like parades? Comment down below, whoever the hell is watching this. There's usually a lot of people at parades, right? So they're pretty fun, right? I don't know. I love parades. I grew up on like going to parades, Mardi Gras, St. Patty's, like even Christmas parades. I really enjoy. I love catching beads. I love catching cups. I love just like catching stuff, dancing, singing, looking at the floats, the loud music. Tell me, am I crazy for liking parades, or is Jake crazy for not liking them? Comment down below. I remember the first big beads I got at my first New Orleans Mardi Gras. My mom took me when I turned 18. And we went to a night parade. That first night we got there, it was like Friday night. And this was right before COVID too. So it was kind of the last thing we did before everything got locked down. Because we got home that Monday and I got the notification like from school, like, hey, pack your shit, get out of here. We're, you know, like we're locking down, we're going fully online. And so we went to that night parade, met up with everybody. The parade was stopped for some reason. And so I had a lot of time to work on this one guy who had these big beads, like, you know, like gigantic beads. You know, they all wear these like mask coverings, so you don't really know who they are. I was working on him, I was like begging him, and then he asked me to like say something specific that was really dirty. And I said it because I wanted the beads. And then as soon as I say it, he's about to give me the beads. He's untangling them. The parade starts moving again. I ran past the security guard. I ran past where the friend group was. And I just ran down until I caught him. And I got my beads back from him. And he gave them to me because I ran for him. And so I got the beads. It was so fun. Nothing like that has happened to me. Because I don't know if I risked my safety by doing that. Like, you're really not supposed to run in the midst of a parade or whatever. But it was worth it to get, because they were my beads. Like I said what I said to get the beads. And that's why I went back for them. Y'all, I finally get a mic and I literally sound so bad. I sound so nasally. I'm so sorry. I'm editing it all out, but I'm like coughing and sneezing in between my talking. It's so bad. I have actually like blown my nose so much that my lipstick has come off. We're starting to get into that season of the year that I don't really care for. I don't really like the season of spring. And this is gonna make me sound like such a negative Nancy, bad person. But every time I like hear the birds chirping as if spring is gonna start, I do not like spring. I don't know what it is. Because like spring is the opposite of fall. But they have a lot of the same like temperature days where it's like kind of nice outside. So you think, because fall is my favorite season, so you'd think I'd like spring. But I don't really like spring. Whenever I'm getting out of winter, I'm ready to go swimming. And spring just seems like the waiting time in between Christmas and it being nice enough to go swimming. Does that make sense? And like Easter is one of those holidays that I don't know why, I just don't enjoy Easter as a holiday. I think it has something to do with like the uncomfortableness of a church dress that you have to wear on Easter Sunday. Like that doesn't sit well with me. Like on Christmas you think, ooh, cozy pajamas or like a Christmas sweater and your favorite jean. Thanksgiving, comfortable pants, sweater. You know, like what you're wearing for a holiday has a lot to do with what I associate it with. But for Easter, I just think uncomfortable church dress, and it has to be like a new dress. You can't wear the same Easter dress twice because you always take pictures on Easter. And I don't ever shop for a new Easter dress. My heart's not in it. My heart is not in. I love what Easter stands for. I'm a Christian woman. Praise Jesus, hallelujah. I'm glad he is risen. I don't know why I can't get with Easter. I think it's because we don't have a consistent tradition for Easter. Maybe that's why. I think spring as an aesthetic doesn't appeal to me. This is something I'm going to ponder on for years. Why can't I get with Easter? I don't understand. Like my mom did the Easter bunny whenever we were growing up. I feel like I was like set up for success. My mom and dad, they always had an Easter basket for me and my brother. I think she still does it. So yeah, spring is just not my vibe. Kind of just one of those holidays you want to those seasons that you want to get through. I don't like baseball. I don't really like gardening. And also it's just like the home stretch of the school year. My life is still kind of controlled by a school year because I work at a school. So I feel like it's still like, oh, the home stretch, just got to get to summer. Like it feels like a drudge. Oh, there's a rainbow. I need to find something I like in spring. Spring doesn't officially start till March 22nd, right? So like March, April, May is spring. I guess you can go swimming in May. I guess it's like that part I kind of like. I've been up since 4 this morning, so I really hope I can keep my energy up for tonight because I want everybody to have fun. But being sick and being up that early, I'm feeling it a little, Mr. Krabs. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, you know what spring does offer? Crawfish season. So I guess there's nothing. Spring is also the time for a lot of festivals and stuff. I'm not really a festival gal, but I'll give it that too. My dad makes the best crawfish. One thing that's cool about living in the sticks is that you don't have to drive very far to see a cow. From my house, I can drive a couple miles in any direction and run into a cow. Maybe even a horse. There's this one field that has lambs. Like on my way to work, I see them and they're sheep. But sometimes there's lambs too, like the baby sheep. And sometimes they're shaved and sometimes they're not. And I just love it. I want to stop by and like look at them up close, but they're not my lambs, so I can't do that. But they're so cute. One thing I miss is they used to have a free-range chicken farm south from where I lived, and it was on our way to church. So it was like a little family tradition that we would stop and look at the free-range chickens like when we were on our way back from church. And they had like a turkey too. Like it was a bunch of hens, and then they would have like a turkey or something like random in there. But they would just walk around. Like you could just drive through and they would just be out. And it was all different kinds of them. Both Jake and my dad want goats, like just to have. I told him I'm okay with getting goats if they're fenced in, because I don't want to live somewhere where like I could just happen to step in goat crap wherever I walk, because goat crap is gross. And so Jake's like, yeah, we can fence them in. And he's like, yeah, we're going to make goat cheese and, you know, we're going to have goat milk and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't know who's doing all this preparing of goat products, but it is not going to be me. I don't know. I probably would if I had a goat. I'm not like a chef. Like, I don't cook very often. I don't like cooking very much. I didn't get the song of the day from Cece. That's been our little thing lately, is like song of the week. And I'm going to start making a playlist of the songs we send to each other so that we can have a little sister playlist that we can play in the car when we're in the car together. It's crazy. I can not eat much of anything all day and still like burp a lot. I don't know what that is about.
He hasn't found him yet.
Go!
Is it going?
Go!
Thank you for watching this episode of... Ew! I'm just going to keep on doing this until I can afford a really nice house by some blue water and white sand. Subscribe!